Hey y'all, and welcome back to Brit Reviews It All. Today I'm going to be talking about P Valley episode 8. So I watched it last night. Overall, this was a really good episode, if you ask me. We really got to see a lot more from Miss Roulette, honey, and a different side of Murda that we hadn't seen. In my opinion, we hadn't seen this part of him like ever. But start from the beginning, right? Okay. So Mercedes, she's back at the paint and on the pole. At first I was like, okay, cool. Mercedes, she got it together. Diamond done helped her out with her shoulders, so she good to go. But as she was up there and she was still moving around, you see her face wincing, so you realize, okay, no, like her arm is still, she not there yet. She still needs some more time on the arm. But with Mercedes, she's still trying to make her money. What happened with Coach that didn't play out in the way she expected it to, got messed up. So that really kind of jacked up the money that she was trying to get, you know. But like I said, the arm was still messed up. But Uncle Clifford, he walked in as she was going through just kind of having a mental moment and just had to kind of get a mind right. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, I'm wondering how long it's going to take for Mercedes to get that arm, back in order. Because I really forgot what they told her, how long it would be. But in the meantime, it's like, what's she going to do? You know what I'm saying? She's always been like making money, helping money come in. But other than that, they move on to where Uncle Clifford and Murda there at Uncle Clifford's house, his grandma's house. Um, he's doing Murda's hair. We see that Murda then dyed his hair back to black. Clifford is touching up his haircut, his name and all that stuff, touching him up real nice, real good. Um, and as they're talking, Uncle Clifford is basically letting him know, like, dude, like, I know you got a lot of secrets, but I'm not gonna be one of them. So, he's making his stance like, yeah, we had a little fun time, whatever, whatever. But that don't mean nothing. They, do this little spit spat with each other. It was like, okay, the both of you calming down. The both of y'all was doing stuff while y'all wasn't with each other. Y'all were away doing some other things, okay? Just saying. Get over it. It was really sad that when Uncle Clifford, he was trying to get an update on his grandma, as you know, with Corona and whatever, he wouldn't have been able to go and visit her in the hospital. So the only line of communication that you have with getting an update on your loved one is to call the hospital just to, find out what's going on. But that hospital was being so rude, and it just was like heartbreaking. I couldn't even imagine. But let me see. So we move on. We have Mercedes. She's running, working out like she normally does. She got a dog, Black and Mal, and all of a sudden she pulls up. She rolls as she's running. She realizes she's like, "Dang, what the heck going on around here?" Man is back. All right, you felt the instant spark between the two of them, that little sexual chemistry that they got going on. You felt that pop back up, and he pretty much, says what he needs to say to her. He wants her to come to his little block party that they're gonna throw for him for being out of jail. He got out because of of Rona. Um, so he wants her to come to be his date. You know what I'm saying? To his little block party. So we gonna see what happens with that. All right. Now, moving on to some good stuff. So you have Keshawn. She meets up with Hailey. Of course, she had to lie to get out the house to Derrick. So she meets up with Hailey. I see her give her some documents. I'm sure it was the birth certificates, if I'm not mistaken. She hands that over to Hailey. So pretty much, Keshawn is just like, I'm out of here. I'm checked out. I'm done. So she's just like about to set the plan in motion, and Hailey is going to help her. So again, like I said with Hailey, there was a double reason as to what she was trying to do when it came to Keshawn, bringing her back into the picture. So they're going to get some fake passports, get some passports for them. Not fake passports, but she has her way to get that done secretly, probably gonna change their names, do all that kind of stuff. We're gonna see. So the plan is she needs Keshawn to come back to the club, which we know that's gonna be great money for the paint, right? So that was part of Hailey's reason. The second part is she's gonna help Keshawn and her kids get away from Derrick, but that means that they're gonna have to leave. So she's just like, just let Derrick know that he can have the money on the floor, the money that we get from the door. I'm gonna give that money to you, and you take that, you get your stuff, the kids, and y'all go, and don't come back, like never look back. I'm just kind of wondering, is Hailey really gonna give her the money from the door? Because I'm like, okay, so you give her the money from the door, you give Derrick the money off the floor. What is it? Ain't y'all gonna lose out on something? You know what I'm saying? So I'm a little confused on that part, but we gonna see what happens. But she's basically, Hailey is like, hey man, look, let me tell you, you cannot tell nobody, and I mean nobody, about this, because that's where you're gonna go wrong. She also basically said, Keshawn figured out that Hailey's real name is not Hailey. You know what I'm saying? So she's just like, I'm trying to tell you, girl. But like I said, it was the reason that Hailey was seeking out Keshawn. But hopefully she really follows through and do what she's supposed to do, what she said she's gonna do, right? All right. So Keshawn is back at home, and here come Derrick walking in with some Louboutin, a pair of Louboutins. So he goes and just like, yeah, I got this for you, blah, 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 blah. And he goes to put them on her feet, and she's just like not interested, not caring, because she knows that's his whole routine. That's what he does when he know he done messed up and he done did wrong. She's just like, he was like, yeah, talking about this your shoe size, right? This your shoe size. She's like, after 2 kids, your foot is spread. So no, they don't fit. She dismisses the shoes. At this point, she's just like, dude, like you can't buy what I need, or what I want. He is at this point, to me, so freaking manipulative. He starts doing the whole hitting himself in the head. What can I do? I don't give up on me. You know what I'm saying? Just a manipulative. Oh my goodness, to the T. And I'm just like, girl, no. But Keshawn, she uses it as a way to wiggle herself back into saying, I'm gonna go back to dance at the Pink. So we know that she did. It worked out in her favor by him even doing it, because at this point he's gonna do whatever it is just to kind of to keep her there. If that's what it takes to keep her there, he's gonna do that. But yeah, so that worked out in her favor. And like I said, I really, really hope that she follows through, y'all. Like, Keshawn, please, 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 please. I have a feeling there's gonna be some extra things going on. And then also, y'all, how did he buy them Louboutins? Was it with her money? Because from my understanding, his parents cut him off financially. So you gonna go buy me a gift with my own money that I've been out here hustling to get? No, thank you, because they could have stayed in the house. Just saying. She can go buy her own shoes if she wants them. Anyway, now, Hailey goes to meet with the old lady. I'm going to call her old lady because I do not remember her name. The lady was in there getting her hair done at the beauty shop. Now, when Hailey walks in, that lady was so freaking rude to her by saying, oh, you in the wrong establishment or the wrong place. Is basically saying the black folks, they down that way at this one. That's where you're supposed to go. This ain't for you over here. And Hailey just like looking at her. But oh girl, she told her like, hey, you and your shampoo girl, I need y'all to vomit out. Move it along for a second. For a Mississippi minute. That's what she called it. Now, Hailey is still holding out on this lady, and this lady's like, girl, no, let me tell you something. They trying to get it for free. I'm trying to buy it from 5 mil. This is gonna be it. By the time we get to the polls, time to vote, I might not have that 5 million no more, and I'm not changing my price. But Hailey is just like, she gonna call it bluff. Do I think Hailey's gonna get something more for the paint? I kind of don't, y'all. I feel like she about to blow it, but it's a money game. You know what I'm saying? You're gambling. Um, but maybe she will. Maybe she will end up getting the 10 mil that she said she wanted from the beginning. That she know it's worth. But we gonna see. We gonna see. So Hailey declined the offer. Basically, she walked out. Anyway. Now we have Murda. He's preparing Big T for his services. Like he said, no. Wody said nobody came to claim him, so they're gonna do their thing. You know, his little crew. Now they finally catch up with each other and get to have the talk about what happened to whatever his name is. Y'all know Wody took him out. Him. Um, they finally had a talk. Wody tells him about, the video and saying, no, no, no. Like, oh boy really did have you on his phone on a video. And Keshawn actually saw it, so we know. So you ain't got to pretend you good. I'm going to make sure don't nobody mess with you, because I rock with you. Like, that's basically what Wody was saying. And they just have a real, like, good conversation. If y'all hear some noise coming in out of nowhere, that is my dog. He's like 16 years old. So y'all let him make it. Let him make it, y'all. But yeah, so that's what happens. Now, go back to the paint. You have Whisper, Roulette, Diamond, and what's that called? That girl? Big Bomb. They got all of them are there. Everybody's there. Mercedes is on the stage and she's doing whatever she's doing. So basically they're saying, Mercedes, you got a new routine. You have to, refigure out some things, to kind of work with your arm, which honestly, y'all, Mercedes, if she really tries, she got to get through that mental block. You could really come up with something else that would allow you to still put on a great show as the opener, as the headliner. You could do something that's still gonna allow you to put on a great show and also not continue to put more strain on that arm. Figure out some other tricks, some other things that you can do that doesn't require you to continue to injure that arm even more. Now Hailey comes in. As we know, Hailey has already been working on some other things to, for opening night. What he call it, the reopening. But yeah, so we know that she's already been working on some stuff. So she comes in, she sees Mercedes, and she's just like, wait, hold on, y'all, hold on. Sorry, y'all. I had to let my dog outside, all right? Now, we know that, like I said, Hailey has already been working on something as far as Keshawn goes. She comes in, she sees Mercedes on the stage, it's just like, okay, I need to see what you got. Good that she did, because I'm thinking Mercedes finna get up, she finna, put on something. And when I tell you, it was a disaster. We're not used to seeing Mercedes like that. Mercedes definitely need to go back to the drawing board, honey, and find something that you can do to spruce up your show, your act, because that wasn't it. I mean, it was cringy to watch. And the fact that Whisper and Roulette was on the side, like, having a whole little sidebar conversation and just like, calling her geriatric, calling her, just basically just like, You got Roulette over here, like, still talking to Whisper about this boy, which I'm thinking that it was like a double reason, and I'll get there. It was a double reason as to why Roulette wanted her to accept the guy's offer. But she's just like, girl, like, you don't want to be looking like that right there. Let's get this money. That's basically all Roulette thinking about, right? Now, hey, Uncle Clifford was just like, he just couldn't take it no more. And he told Big Bone, turn that music off and just stop. Okay, stop. Um, once she finishes, I mean, Hailey is just like, no. Um, and she breaks the news. She said Keshawn is gonna be the one headlining the opening. She gonna be the main person. And here comes Keshawn, and everybody's just like, I immediately was just like, oh my God, Diamond, like what he gonna say? Is he gonna avoid her? Is there gonna be an issue between Big Bone and Keshawn over Diamond? I mean, Keshawn had a connection with Diamond, but her connection to Derrick was so strong that whole thing just wasn't gonna go nowhere. But Diamond, I don't know if Big Bone has been able to kind of get more into Diamond's head and push Keyshawn out the way. I don't know. We're gonna find out what happened with that. But yeah, so Keyshawn just walks in just like, hey y'all. Just like, oh my gosh. But as we know, Keyshawn gonna do the thing. She gonna do what she's supposed to do. And she knows that there's a bigger reason as to why she's there, and it's temporary. Okay, so Mercedes Mouth, we already know she has this very competitive spirit when it comes to being the main chick, that main one at the club. It means a lot and it carries a lot. But yeah, so Mercedes and Keshawn, they go big. They had a moment. Mercedes was being a little snappy at her. Roulette and Whisper, they was like, girl, we wear your lashes. I've been following you. Just really fangirling over her. But her and Mercedes, Keshawn and Mercedes, they do have a moment where they just kind of have that connection. Like, girl, like we back here. Like, we wanted to get out of here so bad, but at the end of the day, this is home. Keshawn's vanity area hadn't been messed with, and also her locker was still there. So they, they kept her stuff for her if she ever needed to come back. Which Keshawn's hope was to never have to come back to that club. I'm pretty sure of it. But I think she kind of misses the attention a little bit. But anyway, we hear and Keshawn is hearing. You can hear Mercedes and Uncle Clifford through the walls going in. Next thing you know, you see Uncle Clifford coming down the hallway with his stuff like, yeah, let me get all of my stuff before you sell my stuff too. And he's just so upset. I get why he's upset, because he feels like he's losing control of his club, right? I get it. He feels like he's losing control of his club. You gotta wait on him to come through. Take your time, buddy. Anyway, y'all getting some real stuff right now. But so he just so frustrated, so upset, so emotional. He sits in his car, he's like about to have like losing it. But then he sees his mom. He sees his mom in the rearview mirror. And she's basically, just like, go on, let them tears run and go on and get that out of him. She said, however, she said the word. She said, witches, but take the W out and you put the letter in there. Witches don't just cry, they get even. And so that kind of sparked some energy in him and gave him a little, little oomph to get himself together and say, oh, heck no, I'm not going to lie down easy just like that. Absolutely not. But anyway, they do a really proper send-off for the tea. It was super nice. They did had him looking really good. Services was beautiful. So Wody did a wonderful job. It was a very emotional scene to get from Murda, as we know that he knows exactly what happened and he is still processing that trauma, right? Now, the guy that BT had got into a fight with over Murda, he is online, and the old guys, the old heads, they show Murda this video. Now, Murda, everybody's at this time, emotions are high. And then old boy had the audacity to get online and post a video, basically saying, that he did that, he claiming it. And so they just like, yeah, these youngins, they don't have no respect. And They basically look at Murda like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Murda had get that look in his eyes, and I'm just like, no, Murda, no. Like, I know, when it comes to that lifestyle, y'all are expected to carry yourselves a certain way and act a certain way and retaliate in certain situations. However, BT specifically, he would have never wanted you to fall back into that. He said, dude, like I knew it. These are the things BT sent to you. I believe in you. I knew you gonna go somewhere. You gonna be something. That would be, to me, like a slap in the face to him, like for real. But we're gonna get to that. So hold that thought. Now, we get to the part that was very much like, oh my goodness. So, Whisper. Well, okay. So, like I said, Whisper did have the conversation with Roulette, and like I said, they were over there talking. They were like, girl, you don't want to end up looking like Mercedes. And basically, Hailey says, girl, she's not ready. But anyway, Mercedes, in the midst of all of this going on, she gets a phone call from Terica. So she runs out. She goes to find out that Rochelle, or she calls her Shell, she done found out that Terica is pregnant, and that Mercedes did take her to go get an evaluation at an abortion clinic. So Rochelle is like completely mad. She's also going off on Mercedes again about her trying to step into the mother parenting role, and how you're gonna take this child to an abortion clinic without her legal guardian. That part legally, I get it, because technically you ain't her legal guardian, so you really wouldn't have been able to sign off on nothing like that. If she decided she wanted to go that route, basically Rochelle is like, absolutely not. She laid down. She did what she did. She gonna have this baby, and she gonna do what she's supposed to do. Since you want to, do some things you wasn't supposed to be doing at your age, she gonna have to take responsibility for what she did. But then, there goes again that battle between Shell and Mercedes. Now, the crazy part is, Rochelle, when you came over there, you had Terica driving you drunk again. You had her driving you drunk again. So that is another reason why Mercedes was just like, oh, heck no. Like, look at you. You ain't even got your stuff together. You sitting here trying to question me and about my decisions and the things that I'm telling Terica. And they put Terica in a really bad position to have to make a choice. And it really sucked to see Terica have to deal with that. She starts tearing up. She's like, no, I got her. I'm going to take her home. I can drive. I got it. And she was like, no, like, she's going to go home in an Uber. You're not going nowhere with her. But in the end, Terica ended up convincing Mercedes to let her take Shell home. I mean, girl, get yourself together. She's like, ain't nobody drunk. But your breath clearly was smelling like reeking, and it was just reeking of alcohol. But anyway, moving on. Now, we have Whisper and Roulette. They hanging out. They getting cool, comfortable. Roulette wants Whisper to, just relax. Whisper is basically just with her energy. She's like, no, like the energy is not right. I'm feeling something's not right about this. So she's like, basically she's saying she's having a bad feeling, which we know Whisper is very much into the energy and the, all that stuff. So Roulette gets her to relax. They're using things to have them for themselves to relax. Now the guy, he shows up looking at her. He basically bypasses that Roulette is even there. He looking at her like, when she made it known, like, hey, hello, I'm here. And he's basically kind of throwing out there like he want to do a 2-for-1. And she's like, absolutely not. That's not what the understanding was. That's not happening. However, I'm not leaving her here with you. I don't know you, and we don't trust you. We're here to do business, and I'm here to make sure things go the way they're supposed to go. Thank you, Roulette. I appreciated that, even though what y'all doing went, but in that world, she a hustler. She doing what she got to do, right? And she's trying to put a friend on. Now, so Roulette was still there. Now, she wasn't sitting in the room with them. She was actually in the bathroom just hanging out until they finished. Apparently, Whisper wasn't, moaning in a way that old boy wanted her to, and he was getting very mad and kind of went off. I ain't gonna lie, I fast forwarded because it was just like, girl, okay, I really don't care to watch this little scene of you. Yeah, I wasn't interested in seeing that. But so I kind of fast forwarded a little bit. But the overall is he wasn't satisfied with the way that she was responding to him, um, pleasing her, and he gets mad, whisper with her, the way she speaks. He didn't like it, and he wants to get upset, and decide he want to choke her out because he didn't like the way she was speaking to him. Homie, what? She bruised your ego? Anyway, but like what said, she was like, I knew it. Something about your energy, it just wasn't right. Like, that's why you're not getting what you said you want from me. Now, why he want to put his hands on all girl Steve Roulette? She knew what to do, honey. She had her gun ready to rock. Okay, when she pulled that gun on him and put it to his head, I was like, oh my god, like Roulette, you was trying to stick him up. You was trying to get his money, but when this whole little scene right here had me looking at Roulette like, oh, like you really own it. You own that. You are like about that. Oh girl, she put that gun to her head and went pop, and nothing happened. I was like, oh my god, and he like went crazy because he realized at this moment, oh my god, this girl is crazy. And then I thought about it and I said, the name Roulette. I get it now. I know why your name is Roulette. I get it now. But then she clicks it at him, I think, once or twice she did. Nothing happened. Now, at first, Whisper was a little, like, scared or whatever, but Roulette was like, take his clothes off. And she was like, huh? She was like, I said take his clothes off. So she goes and takes his clothes off, like Roulette told her to. All of a sudden, Whisper's energy, like she kind of got with it or whatever. She shifted her energy from being this little scared little girl, and then she snapped into it. So she does that. And then with Roulette tells him to get on his knees, open his mouth. She proceeded to do what she needed to do. Now, I really thought she was about to take him out, rob him, but they ended up just kind of, getting him into an uncomfortable position to where they had enough time to get out of there, steal, take his money, steal his car, okay, and fly on up out of there. Roulette doing donuts in the parking lot, honey. I mean, oh girl, she was on it, and I was just like, OMG, Roulette. You got my attention, girl. I'm gonna keep watching because there's something about you. But when she did that, when she had with the gun to herself, and she basically said she has a funny way with it or whatever. I was just like, OMG, Whisper said something about you. Episodes before, she said something about you, but she ended up taking a car to old boy that she been messing around with, kissy, they liking each other. But she went on and took the car to basically have him to, do a little chop shop action, so she can get some money up off of it. So like I said, if you really, really, really think about it, Roulette, like she is basically showing you she's a hustler. She's about her money. She ain't playing no games by any means. Okay, she gonna get her money. But anyway, I did. Let me see. I jumped to the end, but we gonna leave that alone. So now I'm done talking about Roulette. Now getting back to Murda. When they show oh boy walking from the grocery store or the little corner store, he's walking and I'm like, dude, you know that you just posted a video about this boy about his teeth. So why you thought it was cool to just be walking at night? You comfortable? You walking out by yourself? It's dark and whatnot. And you walking, and guess what happened? While you on the phone, you get caught slipping. Murda pulled up on you and did what he needed to do. I didn't expect him to have such a huge gun in his hands. But yeah, he basically, old boy tried to like plead his case, like, no, my son. He said, your son? And he said, son name. He said, yeah, this is his name. He said, okay, well. Basically, Murda was like, that ain't gonna work, sir. And he did what he needed to do. Murda in the end, from there, He slid right on up out of there. He blended in and walked right on off. And at the end of the night, at the end of the actual episode, they showed Murda in the booth, finna get ready to do another song, and he has white blood spots on his hand, but he don't even care to go clean his hands or wipe them off, and he just looked like he about to come with it on a different level. When I said those two, Murda and Roulette, we get a reminder about where their names probably originated from and why they are called, why they go by those names. I was just like, well, we hadn't seen this come from Murda before, but now we get an understanding of why his name is Murda. Okay, moving on. And so I think this is pretty much the last little part. So we have Mercedes. She actually rolls up to the block party for Man. Now, as they're there, they talking and whatnot. They get everybody get the update that boy done been he out of there. So they getting their guns, they rolling out. She has to grab Man and say, hey, ain't none of them got no ankle monitor on them, and let them go and see what's what. You, on the other hand, you just got out, literally, and you have an ankle monitor on. Come on in here and come chill. So they sit down, they have a talk. She pretty much, just talking to him and just trying to get an understanding of how it is that he deals with, things that he may or may not have done. Mm-hmm. But she pretty much tells him, that about what happened. Without actually saying everything, she said everything, and he understood it. And just basically just being able to speak to her in a way where she could, get something from him, an emotional type of conversation versus what he was intending to do in the end, which was he wanted to, sleep with her and whatnot. But she just was like, nah, that's not what I need. He was like, I hope you find what you need. So that was that pretty much for the entire episode. Like I said, we gonna see what happens, y'all. It's getting really good. We know that something's gonna come back with what happened with Murda, and hopefully, that doesn't mess up, what he's been working towards. I want to see what's gonna become more of what's gonna happen with Roulette and Whisper, like how them being a part of the cast now, like what are their roles are gonna turn into. And then also, I hope that our next episode we will be seeing the what happens with Keshawn. I can't wait to see, and I really hope that she does follow through, y'all, like for real. But then I'm like, okay, so if she follow through, does that mean Keshawn ain't gonna be on the show no more? If she leave, are they gonna leave it open to where she has the possibility to come back, or is she gonna even get to leave? We have a lot of questions that need answers. But I want to thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell button so you'll be notified when I post another video. And again, if there's any other shows, any movies, anything like that y'all want me to review, let me know, and I'll do my best to go ahead and handle that and get it uploaded. But thank y'all, and y'all have a good day. Bye.